which year was the East India Company established? A. 1599. B. 1600. C. 1601. D. 1610. Answer. B. 1600. The East India Company was granted a royal charter by Queen Elizabeth I on December 31, 1600. Who was the first governor of the East India Company? A. Robert Clive. B. Warren Hastings. C. Thomas Smythe. D. John Child. Answer. C. Thomas Smythe. Sir Thomas Smythe was appointed as the first governor of the East India Company in 1600. Where was the first English factory established by the East India Company in India? A. Bombay. B. Calcutta. C. Madras. D. Surat. Answer. D. Surat. The first English factory in India was established at Surat in 1613 after receiving permission from the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. Which Mughal emperor allowed the East India Company to trade in India? A. Akbar. B. Jahangir. C. Aurangzeb. D. Shah Jahan. Answer. B. Jahangir. Emperor Jahangir issued a royal farman allowing the East India Company to establish a trading post in Surat. In which year did the East India Company acquire Bombay from the Portuguese? A. 1661. B. 1668. C. 1680. D. 1690. Answer. B. 1668. Bombay was acquired by the East India Company in 1668 after it was transferred from Portuguese possession as part of the marriage treaty between Charles II and Catherine of Braganza. The Battle of Plassey, 1757, marked the beginning of British political control in India. Who led the British forces in this battle? A. Warren Hastings. B. Robert Clive. C. James Outram. D. Henry Lawrence. Answer. B. Robert Clive. Robert Clive led the British forces to victory at the Battle of Plassey, defeating the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Daulah. The Treaty of Allahabad, signed in 1765, granted which right to the East India Company? A. Right to collect land revenue in Bengal. B. Right to trade without duties. C. Right to establish their own army. D. Right to mint coins. Answer. A. Right to collect land revenue in Bengal. After the Treaty of Allahabad, the East India Company gained the Diwani rights, allowing them to collect revenue in Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. Which British official introduced the doctrine of lapse, allowing the East India Company to annex princely states? A. Lord Dalhousie. B. Lord Wellesley. C. Lord Cornwallis. D. Lord Clive. Answer. A. Lord Dalhousie. Lord Dalhousie introduced the doctrine of lapse, which allowed the British to annex any princely state where the ruler died without a direct heir. The Regulating Act of 1773 was introduced to control the administration of the East India Company. Who was the first Governor-General of India under this act? A. Lord Dalhousie. B. Warren Hastings. C. Robert Clive. D. Lord Cornwallis. Answer. B. Warren Hastings. Warren Hastings became the first Governor-General of Bengal under the Regulating Act of 1773. Which treaty concluded the First Anglo-Mysore War between the East India Company and Tipu Sultan? A. Treaty of Seringapatam. B. Treaty of Mangalore. C. Treaty of Madras. D. Treaty of Allahabad. Answer. C. Treaty of Madras. The Treaty of Madras was signed in 1769, ending the First Anglo-Mysore War between the East India Company and Hyder Ali of Mysore. The East India Company ruled India until the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857. What was the primary cause of this rebellion? A. Doctrine of lapse. B. High taxation. C. Introduction of new rifle cartridges. D. Annexation of Awadh. Answer. C. Introduction of new rifle cartridges. The immediate cause of the Sepoy Mutiny was the introduction of new rifle cartridges greased with animal fat, which offended both Hindu and Muslim soldiers. After the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857, control of India was transferred to the British Crown. In which year did this happen? A. 1857. B. 1858. C. 1860. D. 1865. Answer. B. 1858. The Government of India Act of 1858 dissolved the East India Company and transferred control of India to the British Crown. The East India Company initially focused on which type of trade in India? A. Textile. B. Spices. C. Tea. D. Opium. Answer. B. Spices. The East India Company initially concentrated on trading spices from India and the East Indies. Who was the ruler of Bengal during the Battle of Plassey? A. Siraj-ud-Daulah. B. Mir Jafar. C. Mir Qasim. D. Shuja-ud-Daulah. Answer. A. Siraj-ud-Daulah. Siraj-ud-Daulah was the Nawab of Bengal who fought against the British in the Battle of Plassey in 1757. Who was the last Governor-General of the East India Company? A. Lord Canning. B. Lord Dalhousie. C. Warren Hastings. D. Lord Cornwallis. Answer. A. Lord Canning. Lord Canning was the last Governor-General of the East India Company, and he became the first Viceroy of India after the company's dissolution. The East India Company established its first presidency in India at which location? A. Calcutta. B. Madras. C. Bombay. D. Delhi. Answer. B. Madras. The first presidency of the East India Company was established in Madras, now Chennai, in 1640. Which Mughal ruler granted the East India Company duty-free trade in Bengal in 1717? A. Aurangzeb. B. Bahadur Shah I. C. Farrukh Siyar. D. Shah Alam II. Answer. C. Farrukh Siyar. Emperor Farrukh Siyar issued a farman in 1717 allowing the East India Company to trade duty-free in Bengal. Who was appointed as the Nawab of Bengal after the Battle of Plassey? A. Mir Qasim. B. Siraj-ud-Daulah. C. Mir Jafar. D. Shuja-ud-Daulah. Answer. C. Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar was installed as the puppet Nawab of Bengal by the East India Company after the Battle of Plassey. The East India Company faced a strong resistance from which Indian kingdom in the Anglo-Mysore Wars? A. Marathas. B. Mysore. C. Rajputs. D. Sikhs. Answer. B. Mysore. The East India Company fought several wars against the Kingdom of Mysore under Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan in the Anglo-Mysore Wars. Who was the Nawab of Bengal during the Battle of Buxar, 1764? A. Mir Jafar. B. Mir Qasim. C. Siraj-ud-Daulah. D. Shuja-ud-Daulah. Answer. B. Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim, along with Shuja-ud-Daulah and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II, fought against the British in the Battle of Buxar. Which act led to the end of the East India Company's trade monopoly in India? A. Regulating Act of 1773. B. Charter Act of 1813. C. Charter Act of 1833. D. Government of India Act 1858. Answer. B. Charter Act of 1813. The Charter Act of 1813 ended the East India Company's trade monopoly, except in tea and trade with China. Which Governor-General is associated with the policy of subsidiary alliance? A. Lord Dalhousie. B. Lord Cornwallis. C. Lord Wellesley. D. Lord Canning. Answer. C. Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley introduced the subsidiary alliance system, which allowed the British to maintain control over Indian princely states through military and political arrangements. What was the primary objective of the East India Company when it first came to India? A. Political control. B. Religious conversion. C. Trade and commerce. D. Agricultural expansion. Answer. C. Trade and commerce. The East India Company initially focused on trading commodities such as spices, textiles, and tea. Which of the following was not a part of the East India Company's three main presidencies? A. Bombay. B. Madras. C. Delhi. D. Calcutta. Answer. C. Delhi. The three main presidencies of the East India Company were Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta. Delhi was not a presidency under the company. Who was the ruler of Mysore who fought against the British in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, 1799? A. Hyder Ali. B. Tipu Sultan. C. Ranjit Singh. D. Shivaji. Answer. B. Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan, the ruler of Mysore, fought valiantly against the British in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War but was defeated and killed in 1799. The permanent settlement of Bengal was introduced by which British Governor-General? A. Lord Wellesley. B. Lord Dalhousie. C. Lord Cornwallis. D. Lord Clive. Answer: C. Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis introduced the permanent settlement of Bengal in 1793, which established a system of land revenue collection through landlords known as zamindars. Which act, passed in 1773, was the first step towards regulating the affairs of the East India Company by the British government. A. Pitt's India Act. B. Regulating Act. C. Charter Act. D. Government of India Act. Answer: B. Regulating Act. The Regulating Act of 1773 was the first parliamentary law to control the affairs of the East India Company and marked the beginning of British oversight in India.